Hello, my name is Shiva. I am the developer of the fpxEngine. Today, I am going to demonstrate to you how to use one of the most powerful features within the fpxEngine, the vaults. The vaults are preset code and objects that you can just quite literally copy and paste it directly into the fpxEngine template, and you can use them to, well, make your own table. First off, we'll just load in the fpxEngine itself, and as you can see, it's completely blank. That's deliberate. We're going to add vault items to this template, and we'll see, and you see how this all works. First off, let's find a vault item here. Let's use the DropTargetBank. This is a pretty simple example and very easy to put in. As you can see, everything is already done for you. Everything is designed. I've got the lights here, the drop targets, the rubbers, posts, everything else like that. And it's very simple to use this within the fpxEngine. The first thing you have to make sure, though, is that all of your layers are actually turned on. See, turning them off, you get blank. But you have to make sure that all of your layers here are showing. There you go. So now the first thing we do is to transfer all of this into the template itself, and it's actually a very simple way of doing it. Make sure all of your layers are on. Go up to the edit here and select all, and if you notice, everything is highlighted. Then you go back to edit and you go copy. Now you go back to the engine, go to edit and go paste, and there you go, it's in. Next, you have to transfer the script over, and again, this is pretty easy. Go to the script, and you'll see that the script editor comes up. Put your cursor at the top, hold your left mouse button down, and just, oops, I didn't quite do that, did I? There we go. And make sure that your cursor's at the very end. Highlight everything, right click and go copy. Now go back to your editor, go to that script editor, look for where it says hit section, which is just down here. There it is right there. Find an empty space and go paste. And there's your script in. And finally, you need to add the lights, which are these guys, and the bulb lights, which are right there. You can see them. Let me just increase that so you can see them a little bit easier. The bulb lights and these 4 lights, you need to add them into a light list manager. That way, so that they will work during lighter tracks mode, or if there are special lighting effects they are included with it. And it's pretty easy to do. Just go to the table, find where it says light list manager, click on that, and as you can see, you get the light list manager, and there's only really one light list in here, and that's the all lights. And press edit, and what you see is a whole master light list here, and then on the right hand side are all of the lights that are to be included in the light list manager for the all lights collection. And with FPX, it's actually pretty simple. Everything that has the word bulb in front of it, you include, and everything that has the word light in front of it, you also include. If you select one and then hold the shift key and press that one, then it highlights all of them. Just make sure you include that. Okay, save the table, press play. You'll get a black screen on the recording here, but and there you go. Let's press 5 to start the game.
FPX.
Well, I'm using the ball roller feature in here. If you don't know what that is, look at the manual. This allows you to control the ball if you're a developer. And let's exit out of the game. Yep, it's that simple. In fact, all of the bolt items will be pretty much exactly the same way. Copy and paste the objects, copy and paste into the template, you copy and paste the script into the template, you set the light list manager, and that will be pretty much it. With multiple bolt items, you will be able to very easily build a design in, say, roughly 20 minutes, and the coding will actually work. You don't have to worry about anything else. So why don't we have a good look at the script that I'm giving you to put in, and it's actually very, very simple. And the reason why I'm showing you this is that there is a couple of settings that you can change to make things to customize your game, and it's this one right here, those two right there. First off, we're looking at FPX DTB case start. This is the variable that you use to start your drop target bank starting value. And you can see if you set this to 0, what will happen is if you notice in the game, when the game starts, the bottom light shows up, but there's an extra case in here. You can make it harder by making the player complete the entire target bank before that light turns on by setting this to 0. That means that they have to complete the target bank 5 times to get the special, as opposed to if you set this to 1, then it's only 4 times. It's a pretty common pin setting in the actual arcade game, so most of you will know what that's about. This is the drop target bank memory feature, and it stores when a player, if it's set to 1, when a player loses his ball, it will remember where he's at the drop targets. In other words, if you have the extra ball lit and you lose the ball, on the player's next ball, the extra ball will still be lit at the start of that ball. If he, for instance, has this set to 0, then he loses everything and he has to start all the way back at the beginning. But setting this to 1 means that he can continue progress. I should also mention to coders that the script, once you've gotten the special on the drop target bank, your next ball, the system will automatically go back to the very beginning, so the player will have a second chance to have another extra ball in the special. As for your scoring, well, as you can see, here's the scoring right here, and it's actually very, very easy to change. For instance, if you want to change the amount of scoring you get, you can always just add it, make it 10,000, say, or 2,000, or 5,000, as I've got this set. The jackpot is the same thing. This adds that value to the jackpot, and when the player collects it, he gets the jackpot. Again, another very common feature. Add bonus is the bonus count system. As you can see, I put in a lot of information in here for you. Case 3, as you see, is add scoring event. That gives you the extra ball. Case 4 gives you the special. And then once it goes beyond 4, it will just continue to repeat over and over and over again until the player loses the ball, and then he starts all the way back with his next ball. He goes right back to the beginning. So a pretty simple area. And this here, unfortunately, it had to be added this way. The add score, the add jackpot, and the add bonus, those are for when you have a single target, when you hit a single target, and that just gives you the points for that. Down here, of course, is a rubber hit, and this just gives you 10 points because generally that's what rubbers do when you hit them behind a target. Down here is the FPX Vault engine code that turns the system on and off. It basically says do not change, so don't. Alright, just leave it like that. This is something that I need as a developer. So this is something that you really shouldn't be bothered about. Beyond that, that's really it. I mean, it really is that simple. And as for you beginners, well, you know, as you can see, we're all pretty much done. For those of you though, otherwise, I may have accidentally copied that in twice, so it's okay. It doesn't make any difference. As for your coders, most coders will show you there is a lot more code. One of the biggest problems that beginners have is that, especially with template engines, is that it can be very overwhelming. There's so much code in this. For instance, this is the code for the Vault system, and as you can see, it's a lot of code there. So what I did was I stripped out every piece of code that was completely unnecessary or would have confused people, or I just made it as simple as possible by moving all of the excess code all the way down here. So you beginners do not have to worry about it, but as you can see, I'm just scrolling through all of the code that is needed for the Vault system, and it's quite a bit. This is the custom code for the DropTargetBank, and as you can see, it's very complex. As a beginner, you don't have to worry about it. It's already done for you. It will work fine. Anyway, I'm not really good at making videos. I have very little experience in doing so, so I hope that I've explained this properly. But you know, I'll be adding more and more Vault systems. This is version 1.5, which is what I am actually working on. I'm hoping to do Vault items for just about every major object in visual in Future Pinball, and hopefully you'll see multiple Vault items. I suspect that it could be as much as 20 Vault items, all basically code for all of the standard objects here in Future Pinball. I should have nearly all of them done, and so by the time you do see 1.5, you know, you have a good set of items to work with, and I may even do some duplications and so that you can say put in 2 target banks or even 3 target banks, so you can have lanes and everything else like that too as well. That you can just copy and paste. So hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for the rather amateur quality of it, but what can you say? Hey, I'm a coder. I'm not really much of a talker, am I? So there'll be more videos in the series. I'll be showing off some of the various things as I get them done. So just stay tuned, and soon, hopefully we'll be able to get a lot of people able to do the one thing that we all really want to do when we use Future Pinball, or even Visual Pinball for that matter. We all want to create our tables, and this is really, the system has been developed just so that you can do that. In the meanwhile, happy pinball.